Jamey. I'm with Stonemeyer Games, and as usual, I'm here on, well, on a day, usually Wednesday for round one, to play a round of Rolling Realms. We have 3 promo realms today, so if you don't have these, you can substitute another realm that you have and just play along for fun. You can also get them on our web store and play along in the future, or just hang out. That's totally fine too. So we're going to play with the Isle of Cats. So in the Isle of Cats, you can write a number in a box or use a number to mark a treasure map. You can see there are numbers on treasure maps, or you can just write a number in a box. You can start anywhere. From then on, you must connect to something that you've already crossed off or written, and you'll score 2 stars per pair of identical numbers that are connected to a treasure map of the same value. So they need to be connected to it, not necessarily adjacent to it, just connected to it. Ark Nova and Biddy and Walter share something in that both of them kind of look at numbers that you don't necessarily use. So in Ark Nova, you will either use a number to gain its benefit equal to the number of outlined circles, and then you'll fill in those circles. So you see we have certain circles that are already encircled. And at the end of your turn, for a die that you didn't use in this realm, you can circle something. So that way, that's how you can improve your benefits. It's the idea in Ark Nova that the things that you don't do are improving your future turns, future actions. And then Biddy and Walter, at the start of every turn, you're going to do, it's a little bit of a push your luck game. I'll show you as we play. It's probably easier that way. Hey, Chad, thanks for joining us today. Always good to see you. Let's go ahead and roll and start to use these realms. A 4 and a 6. I'm going to put this, let's put it over here. Okay. 4 and a 6. So I do like the 6 for Ark Nova. I prefer to really not use a number yet in Ark Nova. I want to wait to do that. At the start of every turn, mark an outlined cat craving based on the dice sum. So the sum is 10. That falls into the nap time. The cats are craving a nap, a cat nap. And so I need to mark an outlined, so I mark that and gain the resource. I gain a coin. Great. The problem is, if we roll a sum of an 8 to 11 again, I don't have anything to cross off. So my choice here is to avoid, to either push my luck and not circle another one of those, or to get ahead of things and go ahead and try to circle another pillow, which I can do with a 6, which I think I will do that. So I will go ahead and circle another pillow there. I'm able to do that because you can see there are little numbers right over there on the dice that show you which options you can choose. Now the 4, again, I don't want to do anything in Ark Nova. The 4, I could either cross off this map and get a heart, or I can write a 4 somewhere in here, and happens to be that the heart is on a 4 value map. I think I'd rather have the resource early in the game. So I'm going to cross off that map and get a heart. And the nice added bonus is that there is a 2 right next to it. So that is an eligible space for me to cross off, I believe. Each further number must be adjacent to a filled box or a marked treasure map. Yeah, okay. End of turn, I did not use a 4 or a 6 in Ark Nova, so I can use either number to circle one of these things. Maybe I should go for resources early, actually. I haven't ever really done that in Ark Nova. But yeah, I'll go for coins early on, see how that works out. All right, turn 2. A 3 and a 2. That actually worked out right away for the coins if I want to break that in Ark Nova. The 2 is actually good in Isle of Cats. I like that. And actually, first thing I need to remember at the start of every turn, Biddy and Walter, the sum is 5. 5 falls into the food category. They want some food right now. So I'll cross that off, or I'll mark it in some way and gain a pumpkin. What does that leave us with? So here's what I think I'll do. I'll use this coin as a 1 and circle another food. Therefore, so I'm not really pushing my luck here at this point. I am just making sure that I have something circled to use depending on what we roll. Well, let me make sure I'm doing this right. Every time you fail to do so, whenever you activate, assign a number to outline 1 or 2 cat cravings. Oh, okay. I missed that in the first round. Okay. Activate 1 or 2, 4, 5, 6. I see. Okay, so that 6 allowed me to mark off 2 of these, not just 1. You can see those little pips above the dice pips right over there. I don't know if you can see it on camera here, but there I'm allowed to circle 2. So that is great, actually, to use the higher number to get ahead of it and not have to necessarily do something in Biddy and Walter every turn. I like that. 3 and 2. So I think I'd like to use the 3 to go ahead and fill in these circles on Arc Nova to gain 2 more coins. And then the 2 I'm going to use over here in Isle of Cats to gain a pumpkin and a heart. Get a little ahead of myself with resources. Very resource generous realm so far. Haven't really moved towards it gaining any points yet, though. Although Biddy and Walter, all you have to do is avoid not losing points. Turn 3, a 5 and a 1. Look at that. In the first 3 rolls, I have rolled all 6 numbers. Exactly. No repeats. That's pretty cool. All right. 5 and a 1. First thing, Biddy and Walter. 5 plus 1 is 6, and so this time they want the other thing that I don't have yet. They want the yarn. So I think I will use the 5. Oh, and actually, I always forget this in Arc Nova. At the end of the turn, outline 1 circle under 1 rolled die that you didn't use in this realm. I used a 3. I didn't use a 2. There we go. Yeah. Okay, back to the current turn. 5. I'm going to use the 5 over here now that I know I get to circle 2 of these to get ahead of the game a little bit. And I also gain a heart from the craving that I marked off. So I've used a 5 over here. I have a 1 to use elsewhere. I like the 1 over here. Yeah, let's use the 1 right there. I don't gain anything for it. I'm just working towards some points. I want one more 1 connected to this map. Okay, end of turn. I did not use a 5, so I will circle this 5 right here. Work towards some points in Arc Nova. Turn 3. A 4 and a 5. 4 and a 5. And the sum is 9, and so that is a catnap. So this actually gives me a little break. I don't have to push my luck with Biddy and Walter. I don't have to do anything in that realm if I don't want to. But I probably want to anyway, so I think that'll probably work out anyway. So 4 and 5. So I'd like to place, I think, a 4 right here, maybe? Although I'd like to get close to that map as well. Maybe 5. Yeah, let's go with a 5 right there in Isle of Cats. The 4, I think I'll go ahead and use a 4 in Biddy and Walter. I'll use a 4 right there, and then I won't use a 5 in Arc Nova, so I get to circle another star. Cool. Turn 5. A 4 and a 1. The sum is 5, and so I have to cross off a food. Still plenty of room there. I gain a pumpkin. Pumpkins are food. And so I'm pretty sure at the end of my turn, I'm going to use this 4 for Arc Nova. So I don't want to use a 4 there. Isle of Cats, I would like a 4 in Isle of Cats. I also like a 1 over in Isle of Cats. So I'm flexible there. 4 is a little better in Biddy and Walter. Actually, I like the 1 over here too. Although I don't really need the resources. I think, yeah, let's use the 4 right here in Biddy and Walter. I'll put the 1 over there. So I'm definitely getting at least 2 stars from Isle of Cats. And then end of turn, I didn't use the 4, so I'll put a 4 right here. All right, turn 6. A 1 and a 2. A low roll, but not necessarily bad for this combination. Yeah, we can make that work. 1 and a 2. Chad says he loves the animal theme of these realms. Oh yeah, we do have 3 animal-themed realms. I hadn't made that connection. I'm not really using my resources either, so that might add up to quite a few points if we pull this off. Although I could use a 2 now in Arc Nova to get a couple hearts. That may not be a bad thing. Or I could make those hearts even more powerful. I'm okay with that too. 1 and a 2 add up to a 3, and so they want food. I have ample room for food over there. 1 and a 2. So I don't think I want to do anything in Biddy and Walter. That leaves maybe... maybe I'll use the 1 in the Isle of Cats. Although a 2 would move me towards more points. And I'm running out of time now for points. So I think I will put the 2 right here in the Isle of Cats. and I'll use a 1 in Arc Nova simply to fill in the circle and gain a pumpkin. End of turn, I didn't use the 2 in Arc Nova, so here's another one there. Gonna be a little tight on Arc Nova. I actually think we aren't getting all stars from Arc Nova at this point. Need some rolls to help us out here. All right, turn 7. A 2 and a 5, that'll help. 2 and a 5. Ched says there are so many realms at this point that you can have theme nights for rolling realms. You're right, yeah. Figure out themes like animal realms. I like that. 2 and a 5. So some good options here. 2 and a 5. Well, I know that they add up to 7, so I'm going to use a ball of yarn. Again, not needing to push my luck in Biddy and Walter. I'll probably just keep going. The 5 is good in Isle of Cats. I definitely don't want to use the 5 in Arc Nova. So I might use the 2 in Arc Nova. Yeah, let's put the 5 here. I don't need to cross off the treasure map. Focusing on stars right now. The 2 I will use in Arc Nova just to get a bunch of hearts. 3 hearts. And now, do I want to do anything extra? I don't think I really need to. Actually, I don't think I got a heart. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I didn't get a heart from Biddy and Walter this turn. I should have. Hopefully I haven't missed out on that too often. So I could use, I could copy a 5 and use it in Biddy Walter, but I don't think I really need to. I'd rather see what I roll. Stefan says, someday I'll remember to watch from the beginning. You're not too far behind, Stefan. We still have 2 turns left. You're here. Good to have you here. Turn 8. What do we want here? Oh, I've prevented myself. So I really need a 2 at some point. I have time for that. Or 2 3s even. We'll see. Here we have a 9. We rolled a 9. So I will need to consider the luck factor. Oh, and at the end of the turn, I had a 5 and a 1. Yeah, there's the 5, which is what I wanted here. So 4 and a 5, that adds up to 9. That falls into the nap time category for the cats. That gives me a coin, though, fortunately. So I have a decision to make here. So I think I would need to use the 5 in Arc Nova. 5, 5, 5. There is a, there are 3 stars. Okay, so I've used the 5. I might come back to it later. The 4 doesn't actually do all that much in Isle of Cats. So let's consider the 4 in Biddy and Walter, which also actually doesn't do all that much. What I really want in Biddy and Walter is either a 3 or a 6. And I can make a 3 if I want. I could also manipulate that 4 into a 3 and use fewer resources. That's probably the way to go. And I also wouldn't mind doubling up in Arc Nova. End of turn, I'm going to put another 4 here. Oh, no, I can't double up. That's the thing in Arc Nova. You can't really catch up. That's because you can't control when you circle them. At just the end of every turn, you are going to circle a number. See Garrett here. Garrett says he's going to catch up later on as well. Hope you're having a good week. I hope you're having a good week as well, Garrett. So I've already used the 5 here. I need to use the 4 in one of these. Doesn't do much in the Isle of Cats. I really need a 2 over there. Okay, let's do this. Let's just make our own 2. We'll make a 2 and put it right here. These 2s, actually that space doesn't really matter, so I'll put it over here. There's a 2. So I have my points from Isle of Cats. That's great. The 4, I will manipulate into a 3 so I can not have to push my luck going into the final roll. Let's see if it would have mattered. Final roll. Oh, end of turn. I'll circle this 4. So I am hoping to roll a 4 here. A 1 and a 6. Nowhere even really close to a 4. Oh, the 6 is good. 6 is wild in Arc Nova. So we're good there. 1 and a 6. And it looks like we didn't need to worry about pushing our luck over here in Biddy and Walter because all they wanted was to play with their toys and they get a heart for it. So Biddy and Walter is set. Don't need to worry about that anymore. I am getting all stars because I don't have any grumpy cats at all. My cat is perfectly happy. That's wonderful. Or my cats are. Isle of Cats is also good. I will need to probably use a number there, and 6 seems like the number to use, but 6 is the one I really need for Arc Nova. So 6 gives me 2 more stars. I'll use the 6. It's wild. It's a 4, so there's 2 more stars. I can't accelerate Arc Nova in any way. That's the best I can do. And then the 1 in Isle of Cats, I might as well just use it as a pumpkin. Pretty good scoring round here. I have all the sets of numbers that I need for the Isle of Cats. I missed out on 1 star, so that's 17, but I think I'll make it back up here. Yeah, 18.2 is my score for this round. 18.2. Here we go. All right, that was fun. That was fun. Hopefully you had a good time with these realms. You have to remember some things with these realms. You have to remember Biddy and Walter at beginning of turn, Arc Nova at end of turn, but hopefully watching this helped you remember those things, and you didn't forget them as often as I did. I think I only forgot it once. But yeah, I had fun. Let me know what you score in the comments below, whether it's here or in YouTube in the future. And remind me that I scored an 18.2, so I can congratulate you, hopefully, on besting my score. I'll be back tomorrow at 3 o'clock Central for my Out of Focus. Why am I out of focus? I'll be back tomorrow for round 2 of Game 49. I'll see you then. Bye.